is dating older women. I think I might make this one into a short. Right? But basically what I've observed, no, what I know, is men should not date older women above the age of 30. For marriage, don't date her. You can puff and pass. Puff and pass. If she's above the age of 30, guys, it's puff and pass. Puff and pass. You puff, puff, you pass. You understand? She's above the age of 30, puff, puff, pass. Nothing serious. Why, guys? Why? Because she has dated a lot of men and she has collected trauma. Trauma from all of these men. So whenever, for instance, you are perhaps at work or you are busy and you can't answer your phone at that time, she starts thinking about, yo, Spusiso used to do this when he was cheating. He used to not answer his phone. Now she will associate that character or that action with you. You understand? She's going to think because you're not answering your phone, you're going to be doing like her ex and going to cheat. So, that will definitely cause what? Conflict. Unnecessary conflict. You understand? And specifically at the age of 30, she's had a chance to meet Mr. Right several times. Several times. Because the average woman has way more options than the most attractive guy. Meaning a woman who's an average maybe 4 out of 10, right? She has more options than a guy who's a 9 out of 10. Who has money too. Money, an attractive guy. A guy with money and who is attractive with a nice car has less options than a woman who is average. No makeup, plain Jane. Right? You need to be fully aware of that. So, when a woman is above the age of 30, you need to avoid her because she will bring you stress. You need to get a woman who is much younger. Right? Why am I saying this? The older a woman is, especially at the age of 30, she is not programmable. She's not teachable. She's stuck in her own ways because she's had to get through life not listening to someone. You understand? The direct opposite, or on the other hand, if you get yourself a woman who's 20, 22, etc., she's more likely still malleable. You can still program her and tell her, hey, I like my chicken to be fried. Fried like this, don't put too much oil. I want you to put vegetables. To be like, okay, daddy, I'll do that for you. You know? She'll do that for you. But if you get an older woman, she'll be like, yo, this is how I cook. Why should I do that for you? I went to work just like you. You understand? And you add that up with the working woman. She's 30 years old, she's working, she has her own car. There's no element of surprise that you can give her. You can't buy a new car. She won't be excited because she has her own car. You can't take her to a restaurant. Not that you can't, you can. But she won't be as impressed as a 22-year-old girl would be impressed. If you take a 22-year-old girl to freaking Santon, she'll be impressed. Right? If you take her to Durban, she'll be impressed. If you take a 30-year-old woman to Durban at the beach, she's like, yeah, this is supposed to happen. Because she's been there 5 times with the guys that DM'd her and some guy with the BM when she was 18 years old. She already went there. So she's not going to be impressed because she's already gone through this. It's like, it's clockwork. This is nothing to her. She feels like, matter of fact, she feels like she deserves to be taken to Durban on a beach because it's happened to her so many times. So to her, it's a norm. You understand? That's what happens when a woman is above the age of 30. She already has her life together. She's not impressed by anything. There's nothing impressed. There's nothing you can even, let's get down to it. There's nothing you can even do to her sexually that's new. I'm killing y'all. There's nothing you can do to a woman who's 30 that's sexually new to her. There's no excitement. It's just another dick that she's on currently. You understand? She can compare you to a list of guys there. So these things are a problem because what we know is women with more bodies who've had more sexual partners are more likely to file in for divorce. And we've seen this from Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. She divorced Kanye. We know Kim's dating career is wild. She has bodies. She has men. She has men. Reggie Bush, Ray J, The Game. Oh, guys, we can keep going, hey? Now it's this new guy, Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson's out here getting all these celebs, bro. He's getting these bitches, bro. Yeah, well, he's just getting them. But what we know is that, like I said, the older women are a bad deal, and that's reason number one, which is she cannot be impressed. Reason number two, nah, is that they usually have kids. They usually have 1 to 2 kids, right? We know that 60% or 60 something, cleanse it, you my G dog. We know that 60% of women in South Africa are single moms, right? So when we know that 60% of South African women are single moms, the women at the age of 30 are generally single moms. So that's already an expensive deal. You'll be paying more money because even if she's working, what happens when you start dating a woman that is working with her own child and you stay with her within the household? What will tend to happen is that she will now, because you are in the picture, you are staying, she will now try to shift the bills towards you. Not fully, it's going to be slight. It's going to be like, yeah, I mean, babe, please buy me this, what, this, that. No, we need to split the bills, right? And generally, if you're going to be staying with her, in the majority of cases, you make a baby with her. Now, what happens during Christmas? You now have 2 kids when you've made 1. What will happen in Christmas? If you say, I'm budgeting 1,000 Rand to spend on my kid that you made, you can't just buy that kid's clothes alone and not buy the other kids. She'll expect you to also pay for that kid's clothes. So that will now be 2,000 Rand. That's a lesser deal. That's more expensive. And another thing is, if she has a child, right? The father might come into the picture, or might be participating in her life. Meaning, you'll be chilling there enjoying your Christmas, and then some dude comes in your house, bruh, wanting to see his child. Imagine, bruh, like you freaking paying 20,000 to maintain this family and this house, and this guy comes and he says he wants to see his kid, freaking causing disturbance, changing your whole mood. This is not nice. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be dating. Kanye is bipolar and triggered Primus lifestyle cause fun with him for Mary Letitia's woman. Bipolar he is, eh? Yeah, he is bipolar. But what you'll know is that you'll have some guy coming into your house trying to see his kid. And sometimes he doesn't even want to see his kid. He's just trying to cause disturbance because he wants his lady back. And now he sees you guys maybe posting there on Facebook that you guys are living a good life. He's like, I want my woman back. And your woman also, at the age of 30, or whoever she had a kid with, has an imprint of another man. Meaning biologically, if a woman has a child with a guy, guys, there's an imprint that happens. She gets used to like her body gets imprinted by that man. So there's this biological connection that they have. A kid is very permanent. You understand? Marriage is temporary. If you have marriage, you can end it in 6 months or 2 days even. But a child needs to grow from the age of 0 up to 18. It's a very permanent thing. That is the actual marriage. When somebody has a kid with someone, that's actual marriage, because until that kid is on their own, until that kid is dead, that's the only time you can stop speaking to this person. You understand? So when you get a woman that's at the age of 30, usually she'll have a kid and it's a bad deal. That's reason number 2. Now, reason number 3. You go. Give you 5 reasons. Reason number 3. is that you are in a bad position to have kids and starting your own family. Right? So, if you want to have your own kids with this lady, it'll be a challenge. Because now, biologically, geriatric pregnancy is no longer valuable. She's old, her eggs are dry, guys. You understand? This is not me. You can ask the nurses. There's something called geriatric pregnancy, meaning when the child is now born, the child is not going to be, when she's over the age of 30, the child might have lung issues and won't come out as healthy as the child should come out. So now you have to pay more medical bills. This is all expenses. You understand? So that's reason number 3. The child might not come, there's a very high chance of geriatric pregnancy, the child not coming out as healthy as possible. Not to say that all of the kids after the age of 30 don't come out healthy. We're saying most. Here we deal with the majority of things. We don't deal with minority issues, right? Well, that's reason number 3 why you shouldn't date a woman over the age of 30. Right? We said she's unteachable. Okay, I'm not sure of the points properly. I have to recap this video, right? But she said we can't. She gotta get impressed, etc., etc., etc. And just number 4 is that most of the women that we have these days, because of feminism, she won't be able to cooperate with you. Just simple cooperation and working with you. Because of, she's already, like there's a saying that you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Right? Can't teach an old dog new tricks. And it's very true. She's now much older, has her own way of doing things, is used to certain things, difficult to impress. Difficult to impress. First of all, nothing is new to her. And all of these things, if you put them together, they're generally a disadvantage. A younger woman, easy to impress, can give you healthy kids, has less trauma, and is much easier to work with. Now, am I saying all younger women are a good deal? No. Some are not a good deal, right? But if you are trying to marry someone and build a family, someone for you to take your name, a much younger 22-year-old woman, or 23 or 24, is just a better deal. And you should stick to that. You understand? So that's what I'm generally saying. Don't date a woman above the age of 30. Right? Now the women are going to be mad at me. But it is what it is. And what they say as well, right? If you speak to the average woman, she'll be like, I'm too young to get married. Because when I speak to women are always going to tell you, I'm also looking for, hey, as Glenn, I'm looking for callers. A woman is going to tell you that, hey, I am too young to get married. I need to get married at like 40 or 30. And you're like, okay. 30 comes and then they start panicking. Because the misconception is that men, for some weird reason, are attracted to older women. No, men have never been attracted to older women. It's never happened. Even historically, women would get like Abonandi, the mother of Shaka Zulu. I think she got married at around the age of 14. If you look at most cultures, historically, when we were primates, medieval times, women were getting married at much younger ages. Because at that time, biologically, their cycles had started, all of these things, they are at their healthiest, and they are at their most teachable stage. You understand? So men have never ever been attracted to older women. And you see this with so many celebrities, old richer men. You find them with younger women. Tyler Perry, young woman. Black Coffee, younger Bali at the time. Who else is this guy who married Steve Harvey's child? Michael B. Jordan, younger woman. Puff Daddy, younger woman. Jacob Zuma, younger woman. King Mswati, younger woman. Most 90%, bro. I don't even, bro. Almost, I can almost say all of the women who are dated by successful men are younger in terms of age. Go. Are much younger in terms of age because men are attracted to younger women. It's just their biological nature. It's like a man saying, it's like hearing a man saying women, how they sound when I tell them this. It's like a woman saying, hey, or a man saying to women that, hey, women shouldn't date men for money or with money. Or some broke guy saying, this one just wants my money. No, women, really, that's their biological nature. Women are supposed to want money. Because historically it's always been like that. The form of currency wasn't money during the time, but they needed someone to provide food for the children. And the currency of that time was hunting and providing a bigger steak. Bring back a big buffalo home. Like, holding it like this. Walking around with the buffalo. Bye. And they would see, yo, this guy's a man. Yo, he conquered the buffalo. This guy's a G, bruh. And that was their form of currency during the time. Now, the currency obviously changed to a much simpler one. From gold, now it's money. So women are supposed to be like that. You can't change men. You can't tell men that they shouldn't. You can't tell